my friends? How are you guys doing today? Welcome back. Thanks for stopping in. I hope wherever you're at and whatever you're doing, my friends, you are loving yourself and loving the ones you're with, because that is what life is all about, guys. Today we are talking about The Ghost and the Darkness from 1996, directed by Stephen Hopkins. Guys, this is one of my favorite all-time animal attack films, right? There's the goats, right? And I consider this one of the goats. This is, there's Jaws, there's Lake Placid, there's Cocaine Bear, but this is something that is based in reality. This is a true story. You can actually find these, the taxidermied carcasses of these lions in a museum in the United States. So guys, before we get into all this ripping and tearing goodness, hit that like and subscribe button for me, because we're looking at a magnum opus from Michael Douglas, in my opinion. I mean, it's not like a starring role by him. He's not in it a whole bunch. He's in it 20, 30 minutes of the 2-hour film, or hour and 45. He's excellent in this as the hunter, as the great white hunter Remington. He's caught bears and lions and tigers, oh my, and all that kind of stuff. He is a special little treat in this film, because you have our Val Kilmer, who's a railroad engineer. He's coming out, he's trying to get this railroad across the savannah, and he has all these Muslims and different religious people that have different worshiping times and things like that. And he's just trying to manage all these different, almost like the American railroad back in the day with the Irish and the Chinese and, Mormons and all that stuff building the railroads. For us, it's like that over there, but it's Muslims and Sikhs and things like that. And so he's trying to manage all these people, but all of a sudden, there's these lions, these rogue, adolescent male lions who've just come of age, and they're man-eaters, man-killers. They're going through, they're, eating a bunch of workers, and the workers don't want to work because the lions killing all of them and dragging them through the savannah. One of their big, one of their foremen, who's this big lion killer, he killed a lion with his bare hands and stuff or whatever, and he gets mauled and stuff, and the people are freaking out. So it has a really solid story, that's based in fact, which makes it even cooler, because you can go look up these things. And I think the performances are excellent, especially Val Kilmer. He has God rest his soul, he was such a talent. I understand he was a diva, at least that's the rumors from backstage. He was kind of a diva on set during some shoots and stuff like that, but man, he was such a performer. He was so good in this as the English kind of worrywart engineer trying to figure it all out, but at the same time, he's very smart, he's very clever. I don't know why my phone keeps tilting. I have no idea, but I guess we're just going to have to work with it until I get something to prop it up with better, I suppose. But he's an engineer, he's working with this, what he's got, basically, and I think he just performs that role very well. The lions themselves are absolutely terrifying. They look kind of mangy and disgruntled, almost like rabid. But they're adolescent males. Their manes haven't come in all the way yet, so they look kind of scraggly. They almost look like a saber-toothed tiger instead of a lion. But they're great, because it really is kind of a horror movie in a way, because there's a lot of suspenseful score that they, and then they'll drag someone out of the tent and they're screaming and hollering. So it's very much kind of a horror movie. And it's one of the greatest of all time, guys. You have to admit that. You have to admit that this is one of the greatest animal attack films of all time. It's up there with Lake Placid. It's up there with Rogue and Prime Evil. I mean, it just has that je ne sais quoi that gives it something special where it stands the test of time. You watch it, I'll be honest with you, my best friend and I, my brother from another mother, we saw this. This was the second movie we ever went and saw together when we were 13 years old in the theater, right? And I'm 42 now. So this has stood the test of time. I even told my best friend the other night, I said, man, my son was sick with the stomach bug. And when you're sick with the stomach bug, guess what? You're held hostage by Papa. You're watching movies. So I threw on The Ghost in the Darkness because I had been wanting to watch it for quite some time. And so my son and I watched it, and he was like, dude, that movie was good. I saw it when I was 13. Me and my best friend, we both, man, that was a great movie. My son loved it. And then I tell my best friend, man, you know, I just rewatched The Ghost in the Darkness, and he's like, God, I still love that movie to this day. It stands the test of time, and that's, my friends, is why it is one of the GOATs. If you have not seen The Ghost in the Darkness, you definitely need to check it out. I did not write down where it was streaming. I forgot to do that before I started the videos. But go to IMDb, type in The Ghost in the Darkness, and it will tell you the places that it is streaming, if it is streaming anywhere. I hope that it is streaming, my friends, because if you have not seen it, you deserve to treat yourself to a little bit of lion killing tonight. All right, guys, you deserve a little treat of an animal attack movie that is on par with Jaws. It stands the test of time, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. Hit that like and subscribe button, my friends. And as always, I'm going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. Peace out. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.